My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Pisces. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general love reading, a 5 card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these 12 red roses as a token of my love and appreciation for your love and devotion towards my channel. I love you guys incredibly, so thank you so much for your love and devotion towards me. Anyway, this 5 card love reading includes how the first card represents you, the second, the other person, the third, the relationship, fourth, the past, fifth, the future. Then I'm going to draw a Vampire Oracle for you, and then a Favole, and then one from the Tarot Interdit Vampiria deck. But let's get started on card number 1, which is for you. Ace of Wands. Wonderful. I mean, I'm mostly getting for the single ones, but you could still be in a current relationship with somebody. But it's like, if you're in a single position, I see that you want to head out towards, finding your true love, Mr. or Mrs. Right, and you're actually putting time and energy into this relationship or into your desires and needs and cravings, thirsts and hungers, wherever it may take you. Well, whatever, it takes, right? It's all about putting all the effort into it. It's actually really putting a lot of effort and trying out new, social gatherings and stuff like that, or approaching people, whatever it may be and stuff like that. But for the ones who are in a long-lasting committed relationship, I just see that you want to add more romantic flair, adventures, excitement, and stuff like that. More fiery passion, between you and your current spouse, companion, husband, wife, whoever you're currently with. So that's kind of what I get from this card as well. Wow, or you could be currently with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could also have fire placement somewhere in your star chart as well. But let's see who the other person is or could be. 9 of Wands. Okay, this is interesting, because this person could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it could also be that this person is exhausted beyond belief, but they're not giving up either. Okay, well, it's, maybe, it's like that's why, maybe, you have to put in a bit more time and effort. Maybe you have to care for this person. I really don't know the entire story because it is a general reading and I'm not a seer. But either way, what I see here is, this person could also be exhausted beyond belief, and maybe eventually you two might, meet up because this person probably also has this, desire to want to meet somebody like you, and then, you both will pretty much just met at some, miraculous occasion, and that's how you both, are eventually going to, be together, or maybe that's how you both ended up together in a long-lasting committed relationship because you both put in all the time and effort and energy into this relationship, and that's where you are in a long-lasting committed relationship in current times. Wow. Because the relationship, Page of Pentacles, something is moving slowly but surely. So maybe you are currently in a courtship phase, or maybe you're heading off, meeting that Mr. or Mrs. Right, and something is slowly but surely developing in your favor. Wow, you could also be with the Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo for that matter. But what I mostly see here is, it's like, okay, this person is also exhausted beyond belief. And maybe this is why this person is taking so long to head towards you as well. Because, it's like if this person's, feet hurt or something is just causing them just to not move as quickly as possible to head towards you. Maybe that's one aspect of the reading. But it could also be, that something is moving slowly and surely, in anyone's favor. I mean, I hope it's not per se a breakup or a divorce for that matter, but, whatever you want to put your time, energy, and effort into is pretty much in the process of a slow but certain development in your favor. Let's see what the past is all about. The Fool. Okay, so the thing is if you're in a long-lasting committed relationship, you took a leap of faith, and, and congratulations on finding that Mr. or Mrs. Right. Many happy anniversaries, reminiscing moments, and all kinds of gatherings and occasions to come for you and your current loved one. So wonderful. But it could also be that, you took a leap of faith, but to no avail, and so you're still putting time and effort and energy regarding this leap of faith in current times. But the thing is as long as you keep at it and you try out different chalices, you sift through all the grain stems, you do whatever it takes to find whoever this person is, because this person could definitely be exhausted beyond belief, but then once they see you and meet you, suddenly all of their energy is just suddenly back. Because in the future, you get 2 of Swords. You could end up with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I mean, technically, we're still in Gemini season till June 20th. So this could be taking place like maybe next week or something as well. But there's a decision for you to make. So it's pretty much based off of what you truly want. But in any way, it's or you could end up, like I said, with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But what I mostly see is this decision is based off of what you truly want, wish, dream, and desire. It's of course, when you're taking a leap of faith, you do have a decision to make to say, okay, because normally when you have any kind of goal in mind, it's pretty much based off of, something that you've decided upon to say, okay, I'm going to decide to head down that course of action or that path or that voyage or that quest for that matter. So it's pretty much, that, well, if you're going to be taking more chances on wherever it may take you and stuff like that, I do see you heading off with the Two of Swords on having to make some kind of, decision and stuff like that. But as long as what you truly want, wish, and dream and desire, of course, it should work out in your favor. Oracle says jealousy. Yeah, Oracle says jealousy. So envy, punishment, changing course. And that's kind of, the decision, that I see you doing is changing course, because you're going to be, because maybe, you've been through enough negative experiences. Maybe you're personally the one who's exhausted beyond belief, and you're just thinking, oh my goodness, whatever worth having does, doesn't come easy. But as long as I put in a lot of time and energy into what I want, something slowly and surely will work in my favor and stuff like that. You could be jealous because maybe your friends or your siblings, whoever is in your vicinity, is already in a long-lasting committed relationship, or maybe they enjoy the singlehood, and maybe that's what's, causing you to feel jealous. Punishment, should never fit in any kind of reasoning for them. But if you feel any kind of envy, it's a normal feeling. If you feel like, I still haven't found that Mr. or Mrs. Right in my life, no matter how many times I take leaps of faith and chances, I just feel like I'm just dealing with nothing but just pure rejections and all kinds of problems and stuff like that. But again, it's what you truly want, wish, dream, and desire, of course. And it is a general reading. So, if this reading doesn't, will resonate with you in any way, please feel free to check out, of course, other placements, and also check out previous Pisces videos if those resonate with you better in current times as well, because I never put time frames on my readings in any way. Favole wants to say the world. Okay. So I actually see you just getting out into this world nonetheless. You could be an actor, celebrity, basic human. I mean, in the sense that you don't have to be in a stardom position. You can be in a really beautiful, a wonderful life course, whatever it may be in any way. But I do see you heading out, taking a leap of faith, heading out into this world, because you're going to actually put more time and effort and energy, and whatever worth having doesn't come easy. But as long as you keep at it and stuff like that, then all of your jealousies and all of your envies will pretty much, will fade away, where you finally get this beautiful, long-lasting, committed relationship, or any kind of goal for that matter. Because hypothetically, if you're not heading towards love or anything, just focus on your own goals and dreams, endeavors, voyages for that matter, and just head out into this world and try to make the best of any kind of goal and endeavor that you pretty much have in mind. Because we're going to finish off with Le Tarot Interview Vampiria. Seven of Swords. Okay, now this is an interesting thing. The Seven of Swords has different meanings. Yeah, because it is Seven of Swords. Yeah. So the Seven of Swords has different meanings, because on one aspect, on the positive side, it's about planning, strategizing, and thinking ahead about what you want, dream, wish, and desire. Because taking a leap of faith, it doesn't being you're not putting time and effort, but it is that you have your eyes set on a specific goal of love, interest, romance, voyage, quest, whatever it is that you're heading down towards. But on a negative aspect, it's also about con artistry, and also about deceiving or any kind of deception that could be taking place as well. And maybe you've dealt with enough deceptive humans where you're exhausted beyond belief, where you've dealt with all kinds of negative humans where you just think, goodness, when will it ever get better and stuff like that. And then you probably had a really good mentor, whether it was family or friend, that said, please don't give up, Pisces. Eventually you'll find that Mr. or Mrs. Right. Yes, there's a lot of, negative experiences, but eventually you'll come across that one person, and then you both will click and what have you and stuff like that. But if there's any form of of deception taking place where there's so many red flags, somebody who's more or less, lying, deceiving you and stuff like that, you might really want to look into that, because any kind of form of deception, does come in the form of various, positive themes of charm, seduction, even support for that matter. But, behind those, positive terms, is usually a kind of a string attached. Well, meaning, you know, I'm willing to seduce you, but I'm expected something in return. I'm willing to pay for your meal or drink, but I'm expected something in return as well. So you'll want to look into that on a different level. And that's why, you know, I do see you changing course based off of this jealousy card as well. Well, it's sad but true. I'm going to have to leave it at this for now. But if this reading resonated for you, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel. And thank you all so very much for joining and subscribing to my channel. I love you guys incredibly. In a few days, I'm going back to general readings. So for now, I'm just doing general and love readings. But I'm also open for personal readings. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel, post in the little discussion box that you want a reading from me, and I'll respond to you with my email. But other than that, thank you so much for joining me. And I want to wish you all the best of luck on where this journey may take you.